Yeah, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here, and in my last Overwatch-related video, I checked to see if 5v5 was as bad as I thought it was, and in this video, we're going to be doing the opposite, where I go check in on 6v6 and see if I really, I don't know, I guess point out how much more I enjoy it and why this is my go-to mode generally whenever I'm playing this game. I'm also making this video similar to the 5v5 one because I actually have a new little background, which I'll show off real quick. Might look a little bit lower quality than it's supposed to. It's kind of hard for me to tell while I'm recording, but even post-recording it can be hard to tell. But it was originally made in 720p. I mean, I made it myself from scratch, and it's in 720p, which doesn't scale directly to 1080p footage. For all the nerdier viewers out there, you'll kind of understand what I mean with that. I was considering actually scaling it up to 4K, because 720p scales into 4K, and 1080p also scales perfectly into 4K. Which is, it's a very weird thing, where 720p times 3, so like 3 720p's become one 4K video, 2 1080p videos become one 4K video, which sounds weird in my head, but it probably makes a lot more sense just looking at numbers or whatever. But because of that, that's why it might be lower quality than it actually is, and there's also YouTube compression, which is just never great in any context. Yeah, might run some Winston Ryan here, might run some Zar Ryan. I don't really play Zarya super often, but yeah, I can make an exception from time to time. But let me also make sure that I free up some of my network stuff. I completely forgot I was actually uploading something as would be this up, and I'm going to cancel that for now. So that my internet is not any worse than it has to be. But it looks like we're getting rid of Hog instead of Diva. I'm sure I won't come to regret that. And then people want Freya gone. I just always want Mercy gone, low-key, but I guess Freya's not a bad second choice. I'm probably just gonna do this. Let my team figure out the rest. Honestly, like, Mercy is my #1 ban this game, not because Mercy is really a problem. She really isn't. It's not that bad to deal with a Mercy. The big problem with Mercy is that she enables everything else I find annoying, right? I get really annoyed by Pharmacy, by a pocketed Kree, by a pocketed Sojourn. Basically, the damage boost, is my point, is the very obnoxious kind of mechanic that Mercy is so heavily tied to. And there's a lot of annoying stuff like Echo, who gets just exponentially stronger when she's a Mercy on her. And oftentimes there's not too much drawback to that, to be honest, at least in 5v5. In 6v6, there's a drawback of, like, you're kind of either wasting one of your 2 healers for 4 people, or you're having a 3rd healer, but, like, having 1 DPS. I will also say there seems to be a weird bug in this map. You guys can definitely, hopefully, see this in the footage, but, like, the lighting is super bright here before the game starts. Like, every time I play this map, it almost looks like beta footage, like when I'm over back here. I don't know why this room is so particularly bright, like what they messed up here. But yeah, but the second the map opens up, like, the lighting goes back to normal, there's no problems. I will also say I'm having that same weird lag problem when I was recording the 5v5 footage. I did try to do something to fix it, and it very clearly has not worked. But I might have some other potential fix to that in the future. I also don't really plan on recording that much Overwatch. I'm doing, you know, this video and the other 5v5 video, mainly because a few people have asked me my opinion, just like privately. So there's clearly an interest there. And then second off, because it's just good to test my borders that I spent a while making. I mean, each one of these nice little background border thingies, like the Earthbound style things that are like orange and blue, like the border you see on your screen right now, I think they took me, I don't know, about 40 minutes to an hour each to make. And I'm not very artistic, so I had a few different revisions on top of that, where I basically sent stuff out to the Boot King, who, if you ever see any good thumbnails on this channel, at least as of today in 2025, they were probably made by him. Like, for example, if you go to my main channel, look at the thumbnail for my Roadhog guide. That was made by him. I had the idea in mind, I had that vision in my head, but he's actually able to turn it into reality, which is super cool. And then, you really appreciate him as my longest time internet pal, because unfortunately most of the people I know in real life really don't game much. Just kind of how it be. That's okay. And then, I don't do a lot of what they do too. Right? No one's really perfect like that. But it definitely is nice to have like online circles to play a lot of these different games with. Like having people play like Dead by Daylight with, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, whatever. It's always a great time just playing with a bunch of chill people. Dang, that could got shredded. Oh, I should have been able to catch that Doom out. I'm mashing E. I did actually get that in time. But notice here how I'm just like playing Winston. I don't have to think so much about like, oh, am I properly counter-picking character XYZ? Oh no, this Sombra's about to hack me. I better, you know, get away from that. I'm just kind of playing Winston, chilling, having a good time. Like, yeah, I died to Sombra here. But maybe it's just when I'm playing Take V6, I'm mentally better, but it doesn't feel as obnoxious or like targeted, right? Where they can't put all of their cooldowns into me, the Winston, because we have a Reinhardt, and if they do everything on me, then there's a Reinhardt walking at them, swinging his hammer. Or I'm the Reinhardt, in which case they might be giving me all the cooldowns, but I can like, you know, my teammates are actually doing things, and with enough people, someone will actually be doing something. Regardless of rolling 1 or 2 bad teammates, the other like 2 to 4 should be pretty good to balance stuff out. Just like statistically, that just makes sense. Oh, they shredded my team. Probably shouldn't have done that, actually. They're just like, I don't want to die here, and then I realized, like, wait, I just mentioned that my whole team died. And now I'm just primaling out to nothing. Can grab this Mega, though, and we're chilling. I mean, I did live, but that was just a complete waste of an ult. I might actually go play some Zarya for a bit, just because I don't do it often. And it would be kind of neat footage to have, I feel. Okay, I did get the touch in time. Good bubble here to cut off the Ram's heals. And let's go help back here. Bad time to jump back. I was not ready for that pack. Ready to get Sombra. This Echo, if she's gonna copy Ram, has to know to block, man. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous the amount of times I'm just watching this. Oh, that was a mistake. The amount of times I watch this guy make that same mistake. He's trying to punch people on Echo. Or not Echo, in Ram. And Echo in Ram form. That wasn't obvious. The Hog has been. I mean, I could give Zard here. I feel like Zard's low-key bad. What they got going on. Whereas Winston, I can just kind of make the space take the space. Like Zar, I kind of have to worry about Doom. I don't touch Ram too much. Most other characters have either some mobility or like they can burst through my bubbles and really deal with me quite easily. Okay, this was a mistake. Tried helping with the Reaper, who I think would be our biggest problem there. Was that our satellite vector? Oh, I don't have Juno. Glad I cleared that up, because I wasn't sure for a bit. But yeah, we are losing this one again, which is crazy, because whenever I'm out recording, I get like such easy games, either solo or with friends. The fact that like every time I turn on the fucking I beat up OBS, the game's just like, alright, we gotta make this just a losing game. I mean, it's not like an impossible game here. I've definitely made mistakes. I'm just not talking about them as much. I'm kind of hoping nobody really notices what they are. I needed to land on someone to get ult. I went to press Q and pop ult, and then I just didn't have it because the Juno jumped out of the way. Which is my bad. And now we're on Zarya there. I guess they want me to go Ryan to do that part of the equation. I don't know. We did make it to point though. We're doing some solid damage to the Juno. I'm gonna have to primal to stall here. Yeah. I'm dead. I have to touch again. Oh, there we go. Actually did like a proper little rotation there where I got out, got nanoed, and get to go back in again. Oh, and we canceled Cole. That's pretty big. I'm gonna put this here. Did she hacked to get, not hacked, she EMP'd to get rid of my bubble, which made that Doom ult still hit my supports. It's so unfortunate. Because I was kind of on him there. I had a good bubble. I was gonna save both my supports from Doom ult there, kind of like trapped it. Let me go inside. No, listen, let me go Rhino. I'm gonna get bullied by Doom with this, but whatever. Show off my little mythic weapon. And it's actually crazy. I watched back the footage of the 5v5 video, and like, it's such a smooth recording, and I'm just complaining about frame rate. But I trust me, if I like had like an actual physical camera pointed at my screen, it's running at like half the frames than the recording, which is super weird. And I set the you can, in OBS, you can set like the priority, like how much you want your computer to prioritize running OBS. My priority is the lowest it can be. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a weird issue with NVIDIA GPUs or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know all this technical bullshit. I just try to have stuff work, and most of the time it kinda does, but I do have so many situations, especially when recording stuff that's a bit more performance. You know, if I was recording Minecraft, I don't think I'd be having these issues, but when you're recording like Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, you know, like if I was recording Red Dead Redemption or something, like these are the issues that do pop up, and I'm not exactly sure how to solve. I do wondering if like lowering my in-game FPS was better. I'm also not sure why I got bubbled there. I guess you didn't expect me to shield. Not really sure how else that would work. I really thought I'd be able to get Ram off the map, but the game kind of sucks, low-key. And Doom is shredding. When did they Ram ult? I did not. I saw him go Ram form when I pinned him, but I did not see him go Ram ult, or I didn't hear it either. I'm sure it's just in the footage, like super obvious to y'all, but I'm just listening to some music, chilling, spinning my fucking hammer. Yeah, who is the problem on their team? It's Juno. I don't know why I even had to check. I've died to her once or twice and have her be the final blow, and I've definitely had issues like actually trying to kill her. I mean, I canceled Moira ult. Yeah. That's such a fat grab. We definitely ult stacked a little too hard there. Hopefully this still works out though. Low key, we didn't need Nana there, I don't think, if we were gonna hit a grab that fat. I went Ryan because he went Zar, and now he's off the Zar and Orisa, which still works, but it's like, I could have just stayed Winston, probably should have been better off for it. So look at the way that Juno's like getting back. I also hate perks so much, dude. The fact that like me looking around with the shield is bound to the same button as my shield bash, I don't want to change the binds because, you know, they make some level of sense. But there's so many times where I just randomly shield bash for like no reason because I keep forgetting I'm even holding the same button for it. Also, crazy how many pins have not worked this game. But these are just Overwatch issues. These are not format related. There we go. There we go, Moira. Now we have to look for Juno. This is the hard part. How do you kill this character? Hello. There we go, I figured it out. Look at that. Now I can randomly shield bash the wall. This one's actually really tight, but my shatter will kind of make or break this. We're going for it. I don't think they knew I had that. I took a screenshot. I'm glad you can see in the bottom right, I took a screenshot into the fire striking. I don't even know what button combo I just pressed to override my fire strike with the screenshot, but their Moira gets to live because of it, and if we lose from just Moira, that's explained. But we might actually win this. My team is Conan clutch. I mean, that shatter was big regardless of my death. Yeah, we got it. I mean, that's a modern day miracle right there. I noticed it, no one playing in any chats or nothing. No brain dead tank comments, because in 6v6 you can't like, it's not as obvious, not as visual when someone is getting pummeled. Because I think there was points where Zarya or Brian or whatever was just dying like at first every fight off cooldown, and I just never really felt that. But yeah, I mean that's 6v6 right. It's such a relaxed experience in comparison to 5v5. In my opinion, way more fun. I don't really my ranking is a bit low because I still, even with 6v6, I just do not play this game that often anymore. I mean, we can go open queue. Well, you can't go open queue, but most of the games are in open queue, right? Yeah. 10 and 9 this season open. Right, nothing crazy. If I go back, like I said, season 4 was really, outside of season 1 was like my most played. I don't know why all the stats are so bugged all of a sudden, but if we go to season 1 opening key, you could see I had 65 in-game hours, 342 games, whereas this season's almost over. Also, what's going on here? Dude, how have they not fixed stuff like this after like 10 years? But anyway, you can see here 19 and 4 hours with, like how many days left in the season? 26 days, so 3 weeks left. I don't think I'm going to put in 50 hours in 3 weeks. But either way, hope you all enjoyed that. I know I didn't really go as in-depth as I did with the 5v5 video about why I like or don't like the format, but I feel like it just kind of shows in the way that I'm playing largely similar to how I try to in 5v5, but I'm having way more success because I either don't have 20 people looking at me, or when I have 20 people looking at me, it's like what I was attempting to do. And yeah, I mean, that's really all there's to say. Hope y'all enjoyed. For real. Let me know if you like the new border or the old border. I still have the files for both of them, so I can pretty easily swap between them. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.